Well, good morning, Codge Biker here, and welcome to the experience that could make or break my ownership of this bike, which I absolutely adore. So I hope it goes well, because it's a variable I don't have a lot of control over. Keep watching, I'll tell you what it is. So this bike is a Ducati, and not unexpectedly, a few days ago I was out riding with Dr. J when this happened. Oh, it's come on. It said the service lights just come on. Hey! And I can tell you that it happened at exactly 600 miles. I wondered if it would go to 620, but it was 600. I think because 620 is 1,000 kilometers. But no, it's set for miles. So what's this thing that could ruin my experience of owning this bike then? Well, it's the dealership. Now I know it's going to be expensive. Before I bought the bike, I spoke to Campbell01, who sort of filled me in on the costs. You expect to pay a bit more for a supposedly premium brand, and so far I love the bike. So I know that part of it. There's not a lot I can do about. The heated grips are over £300 I'm having fitted, and the service, which is just an oil change really, is over 350 quid. Or I'll give you the figures on my way back. That I know. What I don't know is how I will be treated by the dealership, and that is actually quite important. I had a Subaru once and the dealership was absolutely appalling. They treated us like dirt really. Very, very expensive. A long way away from where I lived. You get there and they'd have no record of the booking. They never let you know you were booked in. They were quite rude. They'd not tell you what. They were just appalling. In the end, that was one of the reasons why I was glad to see the back of the car, even though I love that car. Every year, sinking feel of having to go to this one dealer, the only dealer anywhere near me, and that was 70 miles away. So I'm going to a dealership today which is only 30 miles away, and since which time I booked it in for a service. They're all seem okay, but my previous dealership in the same city, a Honda dealership, were absolutely brilliant. If you booked a service with them, they'd email you, or sorry, they'd text you the time to remind you. They just gave you confidence that they were going to do what they were going to do, and they weren't overly expensive. They weren't cheap, but and they guaranteed all the work. They offer you a bike to go out on if you want while you're there. They're just very nice. And before that, the KTM dealership, although it was a long way away, they were absolutely lovely. They knew me. They would lend me any bike to go out with while my bike was serviced. And okay, KTM let me down a little bit with that bike, but it wasn't their fault. They did everything to accommodate me, so I had no issues with that dealership at all. And therefore, despite everything, I'd have no issues with having another KTM, no matter what people say. So, Ducati. I've been in some BMW car dealerships where they completely up themselves. I hope they're not going to be like that. I don't think they are, but let's see. Anyway, I'm going to hit the motorway, so not a lot to see on there, and I'll probably get back to you after the service to just let you know how it went. Now, it will be more expensive because I'm having some Ducati heated grips fitted. They come with the button to turn them on, but no heated grips. You know, come on Ducati, you charge a lot of money for these bikes. They should come as standard. But anyway, I've got my heated gloves, probably the last time I'm going to need them this year, I hope. And I've had lots of questions about these gloves over the years. All I can say is they've been absolutely fantastic. I think this is the third year of me using them. Still work fine, batteries still last forever. About 4 hours on medium heat, which is what I tend to run them on. Anyway, get back to you in about 4 hours, hopefully. God, the sun's low. Thank God I've got a peak on my helmet. Can you see it? So as for running in with this bike, I've mainly kept it below 6,000 revs up until 400 miles. Then I've crept over a little bit occasionally, changing gears a lot, changing speeds, changing revolutions. The dealer that I bought the bike from said that in the last 100 miles of the 600, give it a bit more, he said, because apparently it has running in oil when you first get them. And then he said that once they put in the fully synthetic or semi-synthetic, I don't know what it has, I'm guessing fully synthetic oil, costs enough, there won't be any more wear, so you need to get the wear done with the running in oil. So he said give it a bit more. So last week I did give it a bit more, and I have to say I've discovered that above 6,000 revs the bike engine really comes to life in a way I hadn't realised. So really looking forward to getting the new oil in and working my way up a bit higher revs towards 1,000 miles when I'll probably consider it running. Haven't read the book. That's the usual thing, isn't it? 600 first oil change, then you can go a bit more, a few hundred miles, get it to about 1,000, then consider it completely running. So there are new territories to be discovered above 6,000 revs that I know. Looking forward to it. It's a great road bike, this. Wind management aside, it is an excellent road bike, and you know, folding mirrors and my spoiler sorted that out. Right, get back to you later. Okay, Codger Biker back again, and look, I don't know if you can see there, but my button now works. Look, off, 1, 2, 3. So put them on 3 and I can feel them heating up, which is good. My heated grips, just had those fitted. First service light's gone, thankfully, so they've done that. Apparently you have to make sure that you've got the service light on before you go, because there's no way of turning it off. If it comes up afterwards, you have to go back and have it redone on their computers. I'm sure people out there will tell me I'm wrong about that, but that's what I've been told, so that's been done. So how was the overall experience of my first ever Ducati service? I can do better than that. There's another guy there, Tom, who was having his first Ducati service through a dealer, and we both agreed they were very good. They told me that my bike would be between 2 and 3 hours. It was ready in 2.5. The price they quoted me is the price I paid. Yes, it's expensive, but we all knew that. I can't remember exactly, but the first service for the Ducati was about £300, as opposed to a first service on, say, a Royal Enfield, which is £180. So there's your premium right there. Very nice people, let me look around the place, offered me test rides, usual cup of coffee, nice conversation, met some nice people. So yep, the overall experience very good, and I now got heated grips, which is very nice. It's a shame Ducati don't fit those as standard. I suppose the Italians don't need them as much as us, but I'm sure they have winter in Italy the same as we do. It's very nice to have them. I've got my heated gloves turned off and got my grips on instead, so that'll probably be the last time I wear these heated gloves this year. If that's not tempting fate, I don't know what is. It's a lovely day today, but it's still a bit chilly. Quite cold wind, so good to have the heated grips. So on the whole, yeah, I've got to say my experience of the first service with Ducati has not put me off. So that's a big thumbs up from Codger Biker. Much appreciated. They even gave me the old grips in a box to take away, which is very nice, because these are my birthday present, so my wife got something to wrap up, because it's not for a few days yet, so she'll be pleased. So I thought little touches like that, they go above and beyond, so that was quite nice. One thing that I forgot to mention, which really impressed me, was the My Ducati app, which I have on my phone. I'd set up a couple of weeks ago, and as soon as my bike was serviced, it appeared on the app, so I actually knew the bike was done before they told me. Of course, I had to wait for the heated grips to be done, but I knew the first service was done. I thought it was quite good. Well done, Ducati. Oh, well, one thing I did mean to mention is I've got another 400 miles or so before the bike's properly running, but I can now go above 6,000 revs, I think, quite safely. So I don't know whether it's reset the limiter at all. It was going orange at 6,000 before. We'll find out in a minute. The red's still at 10,000. We've not been anywhere near that yet. Oh look, we're going past 6,000 with no orange light. So I wonder where the orange light comes on now then. To do that, I'm going to have to drop down a gear. Oh, I'm going to have to drop down another gear. $9,000, so yeah, I'm only doing that once, just for your benefit. So yeah, they've shifted the orange light from 6 to 9,000. And the red line starts at 10, so that's quite a considerable difference, 3,000 revs. I run my bikes in my own way. I'll just start edging it up to 7 or 8 over the next couple of 100 miles and go from there. Bike's got a whole different character above 6,000 revs, has to be said. And I like it. The cruise control on. So with cruise control on, I can adjust them to my heart's content. Look, watching the lorry. Go on. Cruise control on. Press your button. 1, 2, 3, off. 1, 2. Gonna put them on 2. You don't have to put cruise control on to adjust them, but it helps. At least we get used to them anyway. Because the button's above the kill switch. Anyway, so quite a nice morning, lovely weather, perfect riding conditions really. I like it when it's not too hot, but the sun's out. Dry, visibility is good. Lovely. Codge Biker is out.